Hello children, welcome to the science class. Let's continue our chapter 8. So children, open your book, page number 81. Joints. The point at which two separate bones meet is called a joint. The bones are held together at the joints by strong and elastic bands called ligaments. So children, what is joint and what is ligaments? Understood? Then types of joints. There are three types of joints are there: immovable, slightly movable and freely movable joints. First one is the immovable joints. They do not allow movement. For example, joints in the bones of the skull. Then 2 number, the slightly movable joints. They allow only a slight movement like bending and rotation. These joints are present between the vertebrae of the backbone and ribs and the breastbone. Then third one is the freely movable joints. They allow free movements in all the direction. These joints are mostly present between the limb bones. There are mainly 4 types of freely movable joints present in the human body. They are as follows. So children, total 4 types of freely movable joints are there. First one is ball and socket joints. The ball and socket joints are present in the shoulder and the hip. They move in all the directions. For example, the joint between upper arm and the shoulder and the thigh and the hip. This is ball and socket joint. Children, here you see one ball-like structure and this one is socket. So, it is known as ball and socket joint. This one also. Then pivot joint. In this joint, one bone rotates over a pivot like end of the other bone. This joint allows up and down and side to side movements. For example, the neck joint is an example of pivot joint. Children, here you see this is pivot joint and this is our neck region and this is skull. Okay, this joint is known as pivot joint. Then third one is hinge joint. This joint moves like a hinge of a door in one direction only. For example, the elbow. The fingers and the knee are hinge joints because they move only one direction. Means this direction only move. Then fourth one is gliding joint. This joint allows only limited movement. In this, two bones slide over each other. Such movements can be seen in the wrist and the ankle joint. This is our wrist joint and this is our ankle joint. So these wrist and ankle joints are known as gliding joint. So children, again we remind. First one is ball socket joint. Second one is pivot joint. Third one is hip joint. And fourth one is gliding joint. Clear? X-rays. Have you heard of X-ray? Children, see, this is an X-ray of our chest. These rays means these X-ray rays are unable to pass through the bones. They can only pass through the muscles and the skin of our body. When a part of the body is exposed to X-rays, these rays pass through layers of skin as well as muscle and form an image on a photographic film. Since these rays are unable to pass through the bones, an image of the bone or bones appears on the film. So, we see only the bones figure on the X-ray. Then, muscles. The bones are attached with the muscles which help conduct all the movements of the body. The muscles are attached to the bones by strong fibers called tendons. So children, what is tendon? The strong fibers are called tendons which help to attach the muscle to the bones. The ligaments which hold bones can stretch and relax, making it possible for them to move. Thus, the movement of the bones are brought about by the contraction and relaxation of muscles. If you observe the movements of your arms, you will notice that when you fold your arm at the elbow, you feel a stretch on one side and a bulk on the other side. Thus, one muscle contracts to pull the bone, forming the bulk, while the other muscle stretches on the other side. Thus, muscles work in pairs to bring about movements. Now, you see this figure. This is bending arm and this is straightening arm. When we bend our hand, children, you see this is the bone and both side muscles are there. This side muscle contracts and pulls your forearm closer to the upper arm. Okay. And this side muscle gets stretched. Then in straightening arm, if this side muscle gets stretched, then other side muscle contracts. Okay. Then contraction and relaxation of muscles in the movement of arms, that is necessary. Today for this much. Children, again you read this lesson up to muscles. In the next class, we will discuss about movement in other animals. Thank you.